Hi, today we've got some HIKVision intercoms. We've got a door station, we've got some indoor monitors. Now these are all connected through a PoE switch, the same PoE switch. And we're going to be setting it all up through the one of the monitors rather than using iVMS. Hello, right, we've got some indoor stations here and an outdoor station. I'm going to show you how easy it is to link up one outdoor station up to 3 indoor stations just using the front screen. This is only possible if you've got the latest software on these new indoor stations. So I've got the KH8350, it's a Wi-Fi version. If you scroll far enough down off of HIKVision's website, you'll soon see you've got the latest firmware. So that's one I've got on there. And I've also got the other screen is the KH6320. It works on both of these. And again, the latest firmware is on this unit already. These have been defaulted, they're brand new out of the box, and if we get SADP tool up, you'll soon be able to see that they're all inactive. They've all got the default IP addresses, but we're not actually going to use the network, so you don't have to do this on a laptop. Right, let's go over to the panels now and do some configuration. Right, like I say, I've got these 3 panels. I've got 2 of the same panels, one outdoor station and the other panel over there. Right, let's just zoom in a bit and just get some configuration done. As you can see, it's waiting for me to enter a password, so I've got to go and give it a password. And once we've entered the password, we'll actually go through some steps. There's actually 9 steps here, so let's just go through them one by one. First thing's the language, which is English, of course. And then we have to set a reserved email address up or answer some security questions. You can't really skip this one. So I'm just going to put our email address in here. Right, and then we can proceed to the next step. There we go. Now, of course, these are all on default IP addresses. So I'm either going to have to pick a brand new address. If I pick one, I can always change it to whatever I like. I can set DHCP if I want to, and it'll get it from the local network, but I don't really need to. So I could change it, and let's just change it a little bit so it's outside any range that I'm going to be using. I'm going to start with 192.168, and I'm going to go 3 because we're not going to be using that range, and I'm going to call that number 10. Right, and what will happen is these will get cascaded down from 10 onwards. I will just change the gateway. I don't think I really need to, but I think it's always a good idea to match the gateway address up, and it's usually at the end, so we'll put .1 in. That's the initial IP address put in, and we click next from the step stage number 4. And we're just saying it's an outdoor station, sorry, it's an indoor station, but the next thing we have to do is we have to configure the registration passwords, and we can either enter it or we can use the same as the admin password. Just tick that little box. And the next thing is to enable Wi-Fi if we need it. We don't actually need it because we're not going to be connecting up to HIKConnect or anything else, so we'll leave that for now. We can do that later. And we just want to change the time and date settings here, so let's change it from the default all the way down to the UK time, because that's where we are. We'll change the format into something sensible. We will enable DST, and it happens to be in March, and it's the last week in March. The times are roughly right, so I'm not overly bothered. And then the 60-minute offset, of course. We just double check the time. Time's okay. And then I said we could enable the HIKConnect service right now, but we're not going to because we're not going to be on the local Wi-Fi. Then we're asked to pick the outdoor station, and the outdoor station's the one just below here, and that's the only one we've got in it. It's got the default IP address in it, but it will change once we've enabled it all. Right, so now we need to put these extensions in. So I said I've got one to my left and one to my right. So I'm just going to enable it, and it'll find them on the network, and here they are here. So the one to my right is the 620, and the one to my left is the 850. So we're going to enable them as the extensions. They're on the same level of software, which is great. And that's it. It'll more or less just pair up. So let's zoom out a bit and see what happens. So as it's sort of pairing itself all up, you'll see configured on here. You'll see one outdoor extension enabled, and with a bit of luck, this one here jumps into life, and there it goes. That one over there says extension number 1, and that one over there says extension number 2. Everything looks like it's all configured up. It'd be a good idea now to do a little test. So let's go for the live view. Click on the station. I'll see, hi, hello mate there.
The door is open.
Could open the door if you like. If we really want to check another one, we can do. Just check this one over here. Hello. We can just exit out of that one, I think. And it kind of just, all we have to do now is really just test it. Let's just press the button. And we'll see they're all ringing and all being enabled at the same time. That was nice and easy, wasn't it? All without using any iVMS. If you want to upgrade your units to the latest version like I've got on here, the 6222, obviously you've got to go and get it from the website, HIKVision's website, of course. Scroll down far enough and you'll find the firmware there. Get that downloaded somewhere. And the next thing you need to do is launch iVMS. iVMS again from HIKVision's website, the latest one here, off the global website, by the way, is also down here. So get that downloaded and get that installed. And the other thing you have to bear in mind is your IP address. As you've seen on the SADP tool, one of the units are on a 3.10, 11, 12, and 13. So I've got to be in a similar range. So as long as I'm on the similar range like I am 3.20. Everything should go swimmingly. So let's get iVMS launched. Right, iVMS looks a little bit like this. Very straightforward once you've launched it. Here's device management over here. Launch it. And it'll look a little bit like this. It's all empty. You can add it manually, but if you're on the same network, click on the online device and up pops some IP addresses and some units. So you've got to find the one you're after, which in our case is this one here, 3.10, and you click on add. You got to give it a name, so I'm just going to give it indoor. The IP address is already filled in. I've already pre-entered the admin username and password, and you can synchronize the time if you like. It's always a good idea. And you click on add, and once it's been added, if you get a nice big green tick, you've done everything okay. So all you have to do really is just click on the cog, and once you've clicked on the cog, you'll get this little menu up, and you go over to system maintenance, and down here you'll see the remote upgrade process. So you have to click on these 3 little dots and go and find the file that you had, and if you just double click, it'll put it into there, and then you can click the upgrade process, and it'll say, are you okay with that, and everything will be okay. I'm already on this version, so I don't really need to do it, but it's that simple. So I hope that helps to get your new systems all up and running. Thanks very much.